Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church in Columbia, South Carolina, where we're part of the ELCA. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. I think we often fail to notice the significance of the number 8 in the Bible. Instead, we pay a lot of attention to the number 7. We used to think of 7 as the number of perfection, but in more recent times that has been given the nuance to mean completeness. The number 7 means the fullness of a thing, when it lacks nothing and is fully all it should be. So, Peter, for example, offers to forgive someone 7 times. Or all of creation happened in 7 days, and a week has 7 days, and every 7th year a farmer was to let the land lie fallow to regenerate. 7 is all over the Bible that way, to represent the completeness of something. We get so caught up in that, we often fail to see the importance of the number 8, which I think is even more important, especially when you connect it to 7. Let me give you an example. The Jewish calendar, like ours, goes from Sunday to Saturday. Their Sabbath, the 7th day, was Saturday. Holy Week started on Sunday with Palm Sunday. Jesus died on Friday, and on Saturday, the 7th day, they rested. The next day, Sunday again, is the 8th day, and it was Easter. The number 8 in the Bible often represents a new beginning. God does something unexpected and new. You thought everything was over and complete, but then God happens. This week we are looking at verses of the Bible that we often overlook or skip right by, but which speak to us of God's love and God's action for us. Today our verse comes from 1 Samuel 16. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look on his appearance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord does not see as mortals see. They look on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." There are some fascinating parts going on behind this story. The way things were supposed to be in Israel, God was supposed to be their king, guiding their way of life. And soon enough, the people noticed all the other nations around them having a king, and they demanded one themselves. Samuel, God's prophet, brought the issue to God, and God said, "It's not you they have rejected, but me." God directed Samuel to give them a king. When it was time to choose, one person stood head and shoulders above the rest, literally. Saul was a head taller than everyone else, and he was chosen. Wasn't long, however, before it was clear Saul wasn't going to work out well, and God told Samuel to go to Bethlehem and anoint a new king. This is a bit humorous. Samuel says, "If I go to anoint a new king and Saul hears of it, he will kill me." And God, I'm serious about this, God advises Samuel to lie about it. "Tell everyone you are going for another reason," God says. So Samuel goes to Bethlehem, to the house of Jesse, as God directed, and tells Jesse that one of his sons was to be the new king. Jesse paraded his sons before Samuel, and frankly, they all looked like fine specimens of manhood. But God didn't choose any of those. And this is where we learn that God doesn't see or judge on outward appearance like we do. God looks at the heart. Samuel was confused because Jesse had shown him 7 sons, the number of completeness. The new king was supposed to be one of Jesse's sons, and the full number had been shown to him, and God hadn't chosen any of them. It didn't make sense. Then finally Samuel asked, "Do you have any other sons?" And sure enough, there was an 8th son. David out in the fields with the flocks, the unexpected, beyond completeness son, the new beginnings with its new king after God's own heart was happening with this eighth son. It doesn't take much for us to realize that choosing the way people do doesn't work out very well. Just look at how we are divided over political candidates. Some of us liked the previous president and can't understand how anyone could choose the one we have now, while others of us like the one we have now and can't understand how the other one was ever chosen. We look at things like resumes, charisma, image, success, polish, and performance. But these things are no guarantee of the heart we are looking for. God chooses the unlikely. David is not impressive. He's the youngest. He's out with the sheep. He's not even invited into the lineup. But God sees what no one else sees. There's a well-known story about Michelangelo standing before a massive block of marble that other sculptors had rejected. It was cracked, flawed, and considered unusable. But Michelangelo said, "I see an angel trapped inside, and I must set him free." Everyone else saw a ruined stone. Michelangelo saw the statue called David. Maybe you don't think much of yourself, but God looks on your heart. Be ready for your own eighth day new beginning. God may choose you. Thanks for sharing these moments with me, and remember to let this day belong to God.